Allow me to extend a warm welcome to all the viewers on the internet and around the world. It is sunrise on YouTube, morning on Facebook, noon on Twitter, midday on Threads, afternoon on Twitch, sunset on Instagram, and evening on Rumble. I am your host, the Ancient One, the Bachelor Supreme, the Phantom Menace, he who remains, and the master of the deceptive arts. We are broadcasting live directly from the sanctum of solitude and the citadel at the end of time. Hello everyone, it's the Bachelor Supreme, the Ancient One, the Phantom Menace, back again with another video. And I wanted to discuss some Bachelor fundamentals today, in particular, the Bachelor Economy. So from time to time, as I'm walking around this realm, this earth of ours, I have to constantly remind myself that while I am the Ancient One, many people on this planet are still new. They are still new to this planet. So let me first say to you, welcome to Earth. And the second thing I want to tell you is do not trust your eyes. They are deceiving you. Another thing that you have to learn about this world of ours, this planet, is that you and I, we live in an economic world, which is why today's topic is the Bachelor Economy. We live in a purely economic world. And for many people, they cannot understand that this planet of ours that we are in is in fact a business. And the purpose of it, and our purpose, particularly as bachelors, is to make as much money as we can. Now, I know this sounds superficial, but there is a depth to this that a lot of bachelors need to understand. So let's start at the very beginning and ask ourselves, where does money actually come from? You see, a lot of benders believe that money comes from God. And let me tell you right now, as a bachelor, you need to understand that on this earth, nothing comes from God. Nothing that is man-made that you need comes from God. Money, like you, comes from a factory, right? It is stacks of paper with ink on it. They put ink in the machine, they run the paper through the machine, and the ink prints all the money. That's all it does. It prints money all day, all night, 24 hours a day, trillions and trillions of dollars, and we are even going to surpass the trillion mark to perhaps a quadrillion dollars. And we're going to do that fairly quickly. I mean, we're printing this money 24 hours a day, and we are spending it. Well, most people are spending it faster than what it can be printed. So keep this in mind, that we are talking about a man-made, factory manufactured product. That's what money is. Money in itself is a product. It is sold, it is exchanged, but this product can also be used in the purchase of other products that you need. So you do need to have an understanding of what money is and what money comes from. And you need to understand that this world, this economic world, is built on those fundamental principles. All right? Now, let's discuss very briefly what this has to do with the Bachelor. The Bachelor Economy, of course, comes with the Bachelor Grand Plan. And the Grand Plan is a very simple one. Your mission on this earth as a bachelor is to make as much money as you can, to make this money as quickly as you can, to do it for as long as you can, and you need to start doing this as early as possible. All right? You need to get rich quick. You need to get as rich as you possibly can. And later in this video, I will explain to you exactly how you can double your money, right? By doing the exact same job. Or depending on the job, I suppose, but we'll discuss that with a little bit more detail. Why is money so important for the bachelor? You see, work has its own inherent reward for the bachelor. Since we're not raising kids, changing diapers, arguing over towels, uh, we are working, and we are dedicated and focused at work. The money that we earn at work, this is freedom in this world. You live in an economic world, and money equals freedom. Right? Money equals ease of life. It equals comfort. In an economic world, the people with the money have the most freedom to do what they want, to go where they want, to live as they want to live. Freedom is, in fact, the bachelor life. That's what the bachelor life is all about. It's about freeing yourself. And the best way that you are going to free yourself is economically. You'll free yourself from responsibilities of family, responsibility of friends, the need of socializing with people that you shouldn't be socializing with, like your colleagues, right? Because when you have that freedom, you can live the life that you want to live, and live that life how you want to live it. And this is what the bachelor life is all about. This is why our motto is and will always be self before society. Put yourself before the rest of society, especially these counterparts and these knee benders. So, I promised early on that I would talk about how to double your salary, how to double it today. There is a formula to this, right? That you do need to kind of follow. And there is what I call a money making routine. You cannot keep working and living the same way that you've been working and living and expect to make money. But you can remain in the same job and make money, and in fact double your salary. And this is how you're going to do it. You are going to start working overtime, right? You are going to work overtime 2 hours a day. All things being equal, most companies will pay you for overtime the normal pay plus a half, right? You do that 2 hours a day, right? That adds up to about 10 extra hours of overtime made at a time and a half, right? That's 10 hours of time and a half. Plus, what you need to do is stop working 5 days a week and start working 6 days a week. Now, to do this year after year after year is impossible. You're not going to be able to work 6 days a week, 10 hours, 10 to 12 hours a day. That includes overtime. So the more overtime you work, the more money you make, right? You won't be able to do this. This, by the way, is why CEOs work 16-hour days. So they work twice as many more days as you at time and a half. And they'll do that 6 or 7 days a week, right? And their earnings are astronomical, right? But they have rest periods. And this is what you're going to need. This is why you won't be able to sustain all this year after year after year without rest. You will do this 6-day cycle, 2 hours of overtime a day. So even on day 6, on the Saturday, you'll still work the full 8 hours plus 2 hours. So you're working 6 days a week. You are now working 10 hours a day, which is 60 hours. 60 hours a week at time and a half. That is double your salary. At least about 90% there, but it is damn near close to doubling your salary. You work 6 days a week, you work 10 hours a day. And then you do this for a 90-day cycle. You do this for 90 days, 3 months at a time, and then you take a 2-week break. So, and I'll discuss the break in a moment. So every 90 days, every 3 months, you will take a 2-week break. Those days, right? So let's work it out. There are 4 days a week, 4 weekends in a week, right? So you are missing out, 4 weekends in a month. That's 4 days, 3 months, that's 12 days. Those 12 days of rest that you should have had over the 3 months that you've been working 6 days a week, you take those days on vacation plus your regular vacation days. So you get so you'll book about a 2-week vacation. And if you take that vacation, including the weekends, right? You leave work maybe on a Thursday, you take Friday and the weekend, and you get 2 weeks from that and the additional weekend. It works out to about 20 days of vacation. And you'll get paid for those vacations. Now, you won't get paid the overtime because you're not working that overtime, but you'll get paid your regular salary. And you'll return and make that overtime again. Right? So remember that cycle. You are going to need those breaks. You can take a break every 90 days, which means you will end up taking about 3 vacations a year. While most people will be going out on Friday night, Saturday night, blowing their money on weekends, you'll be saving that money, right? You will be stacking that money up, which is what you need to do, right? You're going to ask yourself, what do you do with all the money that you make as a bachelor? You save it, you keep it, and you grow it. You grow it in your bank account. Do not give your money away. Listen to me very carefully. Do not invest your money. The biggest mistake that you will ever make, other than getting married and having those goddamn kids, which is why you should be getting your vasectomy. And by the way, I should have started this video with that. The best investment of your money that you're ever going to make is to get a vasectomy. All right? Buying shares and stocks and bonds and investing in real estate is not the way to go. Do not invest at all. And I will explain to you why, right? The people that are in investments, they are at work. When you are at work, running your restaurant, running your company, doing your podcast, they are at work looking for things to invest in. They want the same thing that you do, money. They do what they do to get that cash, that piece of paper, that legal bond, right? That paper that you can only use this to pay your taxes, right? They want that. And you have that in your bank account. You've worked your overtime. You've done your 90-day cycle. You're on break. And these investors are going to tell you, give me your money and I will give you a piece of paper with numbers in it and a password that is equivalent to your money. And I'm telling you that piece of paper is not equivalent to your money. And proof of this is once they've given you that paper, if you go away for 1 month and come back and say, you know what, give me back my money and I will give you back your piece of paper, I guarantee you they won't. They will not take that money back. If shares and stocks were so valuable, why don't they use shares and stocks to buy food and clothes? Why don't they use their shares and stocks to pay for hotels and buy cars? Because car manufacturers, hotels, and other businesses will not accept shares and stocks and bonds in exchange for money. But they'll give you the stocks in exchange for money. which tells you that money is more valuable than the shares and the stocks. It's even more valuable than real estate. You want to keep your money and you want to keep working your overtime, save as much as you can, watch your savings grow. This is your real money. Your savings is your real wealth. Real estate is not wealth. Education is not money. Beauty is not money. Strength is not money. Education is not money. Stocks are not money. Bonds are not money. Money is money. Money is the only thing that is like money on this earth. It is the single most important thing to you as a bachelor. You need to get it, you need to make sure it is in cash, and you need to save it in cash. Do not invest it. Do not give your money away to anyone. I mean, anyone, for any reason whatsoever. Right? That's what the investors want. That's what the real estate agent wants. That's what lawyers want. That's what baby mamas want. That's what kids want. That's what the church wants, the clergy, everybody wants that money. And if you allow them to take your money in exchange for some piece of paper, that's absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely. Investments are just terrible, right? Do not invest in anything. Don't invest in no companies. Don't invest in any startups, right? If you weren't starting that company and working in that company yourself, you should not be investing in it. However, you should start your own company and get other people to give you their money in exchange for a piece of paper. See how that works for you. I imagine it'll work out very well. You have already invested in order to get money. You have invested your skill, your effort, your knowledge, your ability. These are resources that you bring forward in exchange for money. You need to trade more of these resources. So, in other words, you need to do more work over and above the amount of time that you're putting in to utilize those skills, that knowledge, those ability, the wisdom in a way that you can reap financial rewards. And if you cannot start your own business on the side, you need to use the business that you are in already and just grow the money there, right? Ask your company for overtime, and I promise you they will let you do it. Because otherwise, they have to go and train somebody else that's new to do the same job, which is going to cost more and waste more time, right? And at a time when they need someone to take responsibility for those overtime shifts, you will be up for a promotion. You will be reliable. You will be there. And you'll find that most people don't want to do overtime. So they'll happily give it to you, right? So invest more skill, more effort, more knowledge, more ability, more of your wisdom, more of yourself into your endeavors and reap the financial rewards and stack. Save it, grow your cash. Grow your cash. This is what's important. It doesn't matter what inflation does. Whether inflation goes up, currencies goes up, you're always going to need cash, whatever that cash looks like. Make sure that you have it. If you are going to buy higher purchase item, more expensive things, make sure you buy the things that you actually want to keep, right? So that even if they're not turning a profit, you're still happy with the purchase. Buy the house that you like to live in and then socialize in and party in, right? So that even if you're not using it to make money, you're still happy in your house because it's something that you want to keep, right? If those stocks and bonds that, by the way, you don't control, if they go up, you're going to feel great. If they go down, you're going to feel bad because you're not in control of that. And you're expecting them to go up, 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 and they're never going to go up. The only reason they went up in value was because you were dumb enough to spend money on them. And as soon as you cash out, that value is going to go plummet down. It's your money that's sustaining these stocks. These stocks aren't sustaining themselves, right? So it's okay if you buy something that you love, but you don't make money of it, right? Because your money is going to come directly from your efforts. Now, you've heard people say, let the money work for you. And this prophecy is completely misunderstood and completely misread. What that statement is, right? So labor equals money. right? You put in work, you put in time. Work, effort plus time always equals money, right? So if you want to save effort, you put in time and you put in money and you save the effort. If you want to save time, you put in some effort and some money and you'll save a lot of time. If you want to save money, if you want to make money, you need to put in that time, that overtime, and you need to do that work. And that's how you're going to make your money. That's the only way you're going to make your money. This is the reason why CEOs, the richest people in the world, still wake up and go to work every day, because stocks and bonds and investments are unreliable. Not as reliable as the labor and the effort that you put in and make yourself. So, if you're going to make money work for you, pay someone to do work that will earn you money, right? So if you're running a newspaper, you need to pay a journalist to write those articles, right? You need to pay somebody to manufacture the product. So if you can make one bag a day, you need to get 10 people making bags along with you, so you're making 11 bags a day, right? You pay for labor, right? That way you can hold that labor accountable. And you pay low and you sell high. This is business. You cannot buy high and sell higher. That's illogical. You need to get the lowest possible cost that you can and sell the product for as high as you possibly can, right? But this is how money works. Money equals labor. No labor, no money. Keep that in mind. Now, we know that marriage will ruin your finances, right? It'll destroy your money. It will absolutely obliterate you, but not as fast as children. Children will destroy you. Please get a vasectomy. It's not a suggestion. Do it. Go now, right? But marriage is a tremendous distraction. Relationships are a tremendous distraction from making money, right? They don't just affect when you'll make money, but they'll affect how you make money. You'll be completely distracted. So I use this analogy from my own employment, where we were having a staff meeting. The entire company was there, right? From the head of the company, I think just the maintenance staff wasn't there, but the core of the company was there. And there were benders in this meeting on their phone, and I was watching them, and they were constantly on their phone. And I keep thinking to myself, look, everyone that's important for this company is here. So you're not getting any messages, any phone calls, anything from senior management or any important correspondences, because the people that send those correspondences are here. So why are you on your phone? Obviously, it's with a counterpart. And obviously, the counterpart is distracting him. So not only are the benders not working as hard as they can, they're completely distracted. They're not focused. They're not even at work right now. They're just there in body. And they are missing important information, and they are going to miss opportunities to make money. So when you see a bender running home, don't go follow him to be stuck in traffic, right? Avoid the 2-hour traffic, stay at work, make your overtime, and you'll still be able to get home the same time as the benders do that are stuck on traffic. The only difference is you won't have any traffic to deal with, so you'll be home in no time. All right? So benders are distracted, and this is why they are always underperforming. But you are a bachelor. You can give 110% at work. You can be completely focused for 8 to 10 hours a day, 10 to 12 hours a day, 6 days a week on your 90-day work cycle. And then you take your 2 weeks or almost 3 weeks off, your 20-day holiday, right? Where you can travel anywhere. You can go anywhere in the world. You'll have all the money. You've been saving up for 3 months. You know how much money you'll save? All you've been spending money on is rent and transportation to go to work and come home. And you've been making extra money, you can definitely travel. You can travel anywhere you want, right? So for that 8 to 10 hours, right, you need to give it all. You need to be competitive, you need to be hardworking, and you need to kill it, right? For the 2 weeks, right, You can recover, you can be in your solitude, you can go on vacation, or you can just stay home. You can just stay home and take care of your own business. You can do other things that'll make money. You could start a channel. You could start a YouTube channel. Consider yourself an employee of YouTube Corp and take a Corp and make these videos seriously, right? Don't be lackadaisical. Don't be lazy. But fundamentally, this is what I want you to take away from this video. Firstly and lastly, welcome to Earth. You are an earthling. You are here with us. You are a human being. And on this planet is a business. It is a giant corporation. And you are part of that corporation. It's something that you need to understand. You are going to need money to live the bachelor life successfully. It is at the core of everything. Do not believe that money comes from God. Do not believe that it is going to rain down on you miraculously. Do not also believe that you can party every weekend. Right? You can get the same amount of vacation and celebrating done as all the weekend party goers, but you need to start celebrating at completely different times. Avoid public holidays. Avoid special occasions like when you're not working during Eid or Ramadan, or when you're not working during Christmas or any of the other religious holidays. Avoid those holidays. During those times, you are working. When people are spending their money, you are earning that money, right? So spring days, national days, all those kinds of special holidays, those days are days when you ask for overtime, right? And you don't work on those days so that you don't spend the money that, you work on those days. I apologize. You work on those special holidays, Eid, National Day, Christmas, whatever it is. Whenever there's a public holiday, you find yourself at work during that public holiday because those are the days that you earn the most money. Those are the days where everybody wants to go. You stay here, you do your overtime, you earn that 50%, that time and a half, that's 50% extra. You're going to need that. You keep doing that, you're going to double your salary, right? You're going to need that money. And you're going to need that vasectomy. All right. So please keep that in mind. Keep the bachelor grand plan at the back of your mind. Your mission is very clear. It's very simple. Make as much money as you can. Do it as quickly as you can. Do it for as long as you can. And you need to start doing this as fast as you can. Get yourself into a 30-day cycle. You can count it and you can predict exactly when the next vacation will be. And as long as there's no public holiday falling during that vacation time, you can with confidence apply for leave. You can let your company know months in advance what your cycle is, and they will accept it, right? They will accept it and they will give you your leave. They'll approve your leave, right? As long as you are there every day, not missing your shift, not taking no days off, not resting in between, and you're absolutely going to be successful. This is the Ancient One. It's been another video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I always appreciate it. Have a nice day.